Also use Google Slides in present mode to create stop motion animations by just inserting simple shapes or simple objects and then having tiny variations across several slides. And this is really easy for students to do once they know the keyboard shortcuts. So in this example, it's going to be mitosis and the cell cycle. And I mean, as a former ninth grade biology teacher, I can attest that every single high school biology teacher has made their students draw the phases of mitosis. But how many of them really get their kids to understand how things flow back and forward between the two stages? And that's where the rigor comes in and trying to get true depth of knowledge for our kiddos. So when I go through and I click the next arrow, tiny variations to this slideshow are going to create large changes whenever I play them all back and forward. And these are just simple shapes that are put into the slideshow, and then a new slide after it is duplicated, and then the images look like they move when they're played in succession. And this is what it's going to look like for the student. I mean, this is a 73 slide long Google slideshow, but it really didn't take very long to do. So I've got my master slide here, and I just copy the slide. And then I make small changes to that slide over long periods of time. And our kids know how to do these things already. So let's take a look at something simple like a bouncing ball. Here I've got a new Google slideshow, and I'm going to make this ball fall to the ground and then bounce. So maybe I'm a high school physics teacher and I want my students to understand the acceleration due to gravity, where a ball is actually going to be pulled to the ground faster as it accelerates. So I'm going to come over here to my slide and I'm going to do Control D. Control D is duplicate. So when I do Control D, now I'm going to make tiny changes to the ball. I'm going to do another Control D, and I'm going to make that ball move a little bit more. Another Control D. See, I'm making these variations on the ball, and I'm making sure that it's going to appear like the ball is accelerating. So let's say that it has now reached its bottom level, and balls, when they hit the ground, they compress. So when I hit Control D again, maybe I'm going to take my shape and I'm going to compress the shape a little bit. I'm going to change that there. I hit Control D again. I'm going to compress a little bit more. And now I'm going to decompress, make tiny variations. And maybe now my ball is accelerating off of the ground. So I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to finish this up so that you guys can see the final product. All right, we're back. We did about 47 slides here, but again, it only took about 2 or 3 minutes. So when I click on the very first one and then click on present, and then I start clicking my right key, the ball's going to look like it's moving and it's compressing and it's rolling and it's following laws of physics. So this would be a great way when you're talking about those different kinematics equations and talking about constant velocity in the x-plane, but varying velocities due to gravity in the y-plane. And then I think you could even take it a step further, and you could have students go and record using something like Vocaroo.com, and they can record an explanation as to why they did what they did. And then inside of their slideshow, they can click Insert Audio, and then they can embed in the audio pieces, and they can explain, and they can have that rigor of being able to create and evaluate and analyze all those Bloom's taxonomic different ideas. And we're able to get our students to do more than just note taking.